going to another section where we are giving this platform to the questions and answers, so that each and everyone can cooperate with us. If you have any questions, if you have any burning issue, or even through the presentation where it was going, where you don't really understand, the Take It Out project team is here and is able to take any kind of the question that will be asked. Thank you so much for your listening. Now I'll hand over this back to Mustafa and my colleague to take over from the section of question and answers, and also we'll have open discussion as we go. Thank you so much for your understanding. If there is any question, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for a wonderful presentation. I think you have done justice to this webinar. I really liked the way it was started from the Stone Age to where we are now. We need to, for us to appreciate more about innovation, we need to understand or to have an idea of where we're coming. So I think this is time for questions.
All the days.
Has been presented. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand and unmute yourself and go ahead and present your question. I think I can see Lexa.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I think you're audible.
Okay,
yes, you're
so
audible.
Yes, you're
I just wanted to understand when you talked about you're looking for sponsors. So what kind of resources are you looking for? Or like you just meant in terms of money, or maybe someone can sponsor by providing something. So I just wanted to understand what kind of resources you're focusing on.
Okay, thank you so much. A wonderful and a very beautiful question. If we talk about the sponsorship, it's not only money, okay, even though money is also included. For example, for now, we want Take It Up project to have also an established specific digital platform where a lot of articles can be posted. So this one can also pertain in terms of hosting of the application that can be developed that will be used for this one, so that it can be really fully established. And another sponsorship can be even a physical resource. A physical resource, for example, as we are going in terms of conducting physical trainings, if someone is interested and willing, okay, can provide even a place, even a location where maybe we can be going and conduct a training at a certain specific, maybe agreeable fee, making a discount maybe from the actual price, where that location can be used and designed specifically for conducting some physical training. I think I should stop here, but my colleague will also add an addition on some areas where this sponsorship is targeted. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. I just wanted to add on resources. We're also looking for human resource. If you feel like you have some skills that can contribute the progress of Take It Up project, you're welcome. You say, I am a designer, I design posters, I design, you can come through. We can work together through your skills, we contribute to each other, we can expose each other's work on here, so that we work for the greater good of the Take It Up project. So human resource or capacity is also work on the contribution. I think my colleagues can also add if there's anything.
Yeah, on the sponsorship, a lot has already been said, but we can also look at the like the devices we can use during these trainings. For example, we need maybe computers, we need projectors for the training to be conducted in a good way. Yeah, so all of those, they need sponsorship. So a little people can contribute, can come forward, and it can help the project to run softly. Yeah, I think that's what I can say.
And also, just to add to what Brian has just said, sometimes people might go like, you want us to go to a shop and then buy you a whole bunch of computers and then give them to you. It's not only that scenario. For example, there are some tech hubs around Lilongwe, Blantyre, Zuzu, Zomba, and in other districts. If you have such places, all right, you can reach out to us to say, okay, we have these tech hubs, but then maybe we are lacking the human resource to literally come and impart knowledge to the communities and whatnot. Or for example, you have a certain project, say, you are trying to reach to primary school kids, and then you feel like you would love to involve Take It Up project. Okay, if you have such resources, it might be helpful to us as well. As much as it might be helpful to you to use us as human resources, but then it would also be helpful to us to achieve our goals as Take It Up. All right, because what I discovered is if I spot, for example, MHub doing the very same thing that we're doing, all right, I feel like Tech Hub is a competition for me. But that's not the case. If Tech Hub is doing better than we are, then we should be happy about it and learn more from Tech Hub. And if Tech Hub can help us to do better by providing a platform that has, like, for example, as Brian said, computers, projectors, a full computer lab, we would really appreciate. So we're looking for such people to sponsor the movement, to sponsor the goal. Yeah, that's what I would say on this question.
All right, thank you for the responses, guys. I hope, Lexa, your question has been answered. If you have anything, you can go ahead for clarification or whatever. But if there's any question from someone, also raise your hand and go ahead.
Thank you guys for your responses. That was very clear. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Let's pose those questions, guys. If you have any questions, especially from the presentation.
Anyways, since nobody's talking, so I might just bring up another question because, of course, I joined very late. I don't know if you stressed on this. I wanted to ask about the physical meetings. Will there be a fee or it's gonna be free?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. For these physical meetings, a fee is introduced only if there is a specific special arrangement. Someone wants to acquire a certain skill at a deeper level. In that case, there is a special arrangement where a fee is introduced based on that particular area that an individual wants to acquire. But as it is just a physical meeting, on itself, maybe if it's pertaining to some areas where someone wants maybe to network and explore, it's actually, as of now, it's all free, because we want this idea to be adopted and go forward. But a separate arrangement, as I've said, is for if someone wants to attain a specific skill into a deeper level. I hope my colleague will also add on that point.
Yeah, I think you have.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Yeah, you have said
Now,
it perfectly.
go ahead.
All right, you have said it perfectly, Daniel. Our aim mostly is to offer the digital skills, as maybe at the end of the presentation, Daniel said there's that gap between the people who knows how to use computers and the people that don't. Now we want to bridge that gap. All right, and we are dedicating ourselves, our resources, and everything that we have to make sure that that happens. But then at the end of the day, there are certain programs that we might put in place that will require a number of resources, including monetary resources. All right, yeah, but we really hope to have these meetings not crushing people in terms of money, but then if there is that need for people, for example, to pay a little registration fee, or maybe there's a certification at the end, the process of that, we might need them to pay a little something upon registration. And also, there are also some trainings that we do that are strictly based on rather that is strictly to those who have actually paid. For example, I want to learn Microsoft Excel, as Dan said, Microsoft Excel on a deeper level, and I need to be certified on that. And for taking a project to provide that certification, we are not an examination board. That means there has to be some board that certifies that, and there has to be some certification fee attached to it. So every time that project comes in and say we are having a physical meeting or even an online webinar, for you to register, you're supposed to pay, say, 5,000 Malawi kwacha. Then just know that there is going to be those arrangements where someone is going to get out with an official certification, and the lesson is going to be on a deeper level of understanding. Yeah.
Thank you, Mustafa. Is there anything to add on this one? I think if you have some questions, we'll also go ahead. I understand most of you joined a little bit late, so that's why maybe you didn't get the whole presentation, but this is going to be shared. I think, I don't know, I hope to be guided. Should we proceed to the next item or the open discussions? Or I think there we can also combine the questions.
Yeah, we can combine. I think we can go to open discussion.
Yeah, we can jump to open discussion, and if anybody has questions, then they can also bring them up during the open discussion.